The old man sat on the porch swing in silence, his eyes fixed on the horizon where the sky met the sea. The rhythmic crashing of the waves was the only sound that could be heard, a melancholic symphony that mirrored the emotions churning within him. His family had insisted on taking him to the beach one last time, wanting to give him a final glimpse of the ocean that had been his constant companion throughout his life. As the sun began its slow descent, casting long shadows on the sand, he felt a tug at his heart. This was it, the last time. He knew it in his bones, even if his mind refused to accept it. The thought of never seeing this magnificent view again brought a lump to his throat, threatening to spill over into tears. But he was a man who had worked hard all his life to be strong, stoic in the face of adversity. He wasn't about to crumble now. Not here. Not when they had come to say goodbye. He had lived his entire life by the sea. The ocean was in his blood, its rhythm echoing in his veins. It was a love affair that had lasted decades, filled with salty kisses and endless horizons. The vastness of the sea had always made him feel small yet important, a tiny speck of life amidst the grand immensity. It had been his solace, his inspiration, his witness to joy and sorrow. But now the final sunset was upon him. The vibrant colors of the sky were a masterpiece, a painter's palette of orange, purple, and red hues that danced and swirled above him. It was a fitting farewell, a last hurrah from the sun as it dipped below the horizon. Yet for him, the beauty was tinged with sadness. Each wave that crashed into the shore seemed to whisper a final goodbye, carrying with it the echoes of laughter and the scent of his youth. He closed his eyes, letting the wind whip through his hair, carrying away the tears that threatened to fall. He could still hear the joyous shouts of children playing in the distance. The sound of their laughter carried on the breeze. It brought a smile to his lips, a bittersweet ache in his chest. Those were good times, simpler times when the world was full of wonder, and the future stretched before him like the endless expanse of the sea. He opened his eyes, gazing at the distant horizon once more. The sun had dipped below the rim of the world, leaving behind a sky full of stars. The first one to appear was the North Star, a guiding light for sailors in the old days. He remembered nights spent on the deck of his father's boat, charting their course under the watchful eye of that same star. It was a time of adventure, of challenges, and of camaraderie. As the night deepened, more stars emerged, twinkling like diamonds scattered across a black velvet cloth. The Milky Way stretched across the sky, a river of stars flowing into the inky blackness. In the vastness of the universe, he realized how small he was, how insignificant. Yet in that insignificance, he found a strange sense of peace. He was part of something bigger, something eternal. The waves continued to crash against the shore, their rhythm a constant lullaby. The wind picked up, carrying with it the scent of the sea and the promise of a new day. As the family stood by his side, their faces etched with sorrow, he knew they, too, felt the pull of the ocean, the ache of saying goodbye. The old man took a deep breath, the salty air filling his lungs. This was his home, the place where his story began and where his soul would forever reside. Even when his body was gone, his spirit would remain by the sea, one with the waves, one with the wind, forever watching over his beloved family.